So the project was based on a book called It's Complicated, The American Teenager. And so we started looking at this collection of stories from teenagers, all across the United States. You could probably give a little more background on the book, using that as like a mentor text and letting kids know, like, this was the process that this person take, and we're going to take a similar process within our own classroom. And I think that in combination with like the community building that we were doing for sort of circles and just like icebreakery type of things, because they already had a culture established amongst themselves. So me coming in, I had to kind of figure out like where was I going to fit into that. So kind of looking at the mentor text in junction with the community building kind of was like setting the whole stage of how the project was going to go.
So Ryder was a photojournalist, and after 9/11 hit, in a short summary, she started just talking to young people about how they were feeling and how they were coping, and she reflected that it was a time in history where she realized just how much they had to say about things, and so she started with a few, and then she just started with more and more, and so she toured America and interviewed hundreds of teenagers and put this beautiful book together that was very much a picture with a story for each of the teenagers. And when we looked at it as a mentor text, we talked about how the picture really matched the tone of the words, and that the story was very focused on one element of the student that she interviewed, that she didn't tell. We'd read short stories and we had read novels, that it wasn't an entire book, that she had to be very purposeful with what she chose to include with her interview as to what element of that person she wanted to highlight, and then how that would match with a photo. And I think that's where they really started. I could see a shift in their attitude. You could tell they were like, oh, they're going to make us do something with this. And when I threw out the idea, and I was very transparent with them that I was learning, and that I wanted to learn more about projects, and that I was going to try something, and I wasn't quite sure what our product would be, but are you in this with me? They were very much like, yeah, let's make a collection of all of our stories. Let's do this. Let's learn how to interview one another. And then they like social media. So they were really into the picture component. Having the freedom to go outside and to take a picture.
Bring props or, yeah.
Like what picture, like they really vibed in, like, would I take a picture with my mom? Would I take a picture outside my house? Would it be inside my house? Would we be cooking? They really got into that component. And then that was interesting throughout the process of the project to listen to.